All right, so what's up, YouTube and Facebook fam? This is your boy Rez coming at you real quick. I'm going to title this one, Nimrod's New World Order is Here. So why would I say Nimrod's New World Order is here? Well, during the time of Nimrod, what did they do back? Most of you are familiar with that story. All you got to do is go back to Genesis chapter 11. You can read about the story of Nimrod, how he was the leader of this new world order, this one world government, and they built a tower that supposedly was supposed to reach into heaven. And so Satan put it in Nimrod's heart to build this tower. And so that was the first new world order that I read about in the Bible. That's the first official one world government, new world order. Satan put it in Nimrod's heart to unite the world into a one world government and into a new world order. And so why would Satan want the world to be united into a global government or into a new world order? Well, the answer is real simple. Satan wants the world to be united into a new world order, so that he wants to unite the world so that he can unite the world against Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ returns to this earth at the Battle of Armageddon, which you read about in Revelation chapter 19, verse 11 through 16. So Genesis chapter 11 verse 4 says, and they said, go to, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make a name. So they want to build this tower. And so they were able to they were able to experience success back then. And the reason why they were able to experience a high degree of success is because they were able to communicate in one language. And I call that the power of united speech. But what did God do? When they were building the tower, God came down and confused their languages, right? And then he scattered them throughout the four corners of the earth, and then they couldn't communicate with each other. And then that new world order was destroyed, at least temporarily. So now let's fast forward to where we are right now. So what Solomon said, the things that were done is the things that will be done, and there's really nothing new under the sun. You can read about that in the book of Ecclesiastes, and I'm paraphrasing that. So in other words, history has a tendency to repeat itself. So now what do we see going on now? We see phone towers being erected all over the cities, all over the states, all over the nations, all over the world, and people are able to communicate using one language. Now, it doesn't matter if you speak French or German or Spanish or English. The computer translates the language so that you can communicate with each other. You know, right now I got a cousin over in Spain, Cassandra. She speaks Spanish and she speaks English too. But if I want to send her a message, let's say I want to use English to get a message over to her, it'll translate over to Spanish so she can actually read it in Spanish. Another example is I drive city buses for a living. I remember a gentleman got on the bus and he started speaking. I didn't understand what this dude was saying. I felt so bad because I said, you know, I really try to help people out there. My role as a bus operator is to help. I always say my role is to help people reach their destination, and I had a hard time helping this gentleman reach his destination. He was like, oh, no, no. I said, oh man, I don't know what you're saying. And then he spoke into his phone, whatever language he was using. It could have been Spanish, but I don't know. And then it translated it in English so that we could communicate in one language. So these things were prophesied, a new world order. On the back of your dollar bill, it tells you that there's a new world order is coming. Underneath the pyramid, it says Novus Ordo Seclorum, new world order, one world government. So even our dollar bill tells us that a new world order is coming. So now we have the technology available to usher in that new world order. I mean, the rapture can happen today. All of the technology, in order for the new world order can happen today because technology makes it available to happen. I mean, we have all the necessary technology the technology is available to move this to get this new world order up and running. I mean, you got cameras everywhere. I mean, now you got this, they trying to implement digital currencies. They got, you know, pretty much every business transaction that you do now is done without cash. So they've been conditioning us, and so you kind of see where the computers make it available, the computers make it possible is a better word I'm trying to use to get this new world order going. So and we're almost there. And the Bible told us that we're going to have a new world order, a one world government, and there's going to be, they're trying to get some type of digital currency going. We read about that in Revelation 13, verse 16 through 18, Revelation 14, verse 9 through 11, Revelation 15:2, Revelation 16:2, Revelation 19:20, Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. So that technology is here. So I'm going to read something out of Genesis chapter 11, verse 5 through 6. So now that you got these global elites that are trying to create a new world order. You got the United Nations, you got the Rockefellers, you got men like George Soros, Bill Gates, the Illuminati, and Bilderbergers, the Trilateral Commission. All of these organizations, they're sort of linked together, and they're working towards a one world government and a new world order. And we know it's going to happen. But here's the good news. Let me read Genesis chapter 11, verse 5 through 7. It says, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. Keep that in mind. They all have one language. Doesn't the computer make it possible to communicate in one language? How about these phone towers? Don't these phone towers make it possible to communicate in one language? We're here, y'all. We're here, Facebook fam. Telling you the truth. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, and which they have imagined to do. Let us go down and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So we're here again. Nimrod's new world order is here. The same spirit that drove Nimrod is going to be the same spirit that's going to drive that Antichrist. What Nimrod tried to accomplish back at the Tower of Babel, the Antichrist is going to try to accomplish sometime in the near future. And they're going to use the power of united speech to try to accomplish their goals and their agendas. So, but here's the good news. The Lord is going to rapture his church out. I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. I don't think we're going to have to go through the 7-year tribulation period. Antichrist will sign a 7-year peace treaty with Israel. We won't see that, though. He'll sign a 7-year peace treaty with Israel and the nations of the world. 21 judgments will unfold, 7 seal judgments, 7 trumpet judgments, 7 bowl judgments. We're not going to be around. But I'm going to tell you what. At the conclusion of the 7-year tribulation period, Jesus Christ is going to return in Revelation chapter 19, verse 11 through 16 to destroy that new world order. So, Satan having a good time, and it looks like Satan is winning, and these elites, I call it the tech giants, where they just censor, they attack Christians, they attack conservatives. If you're an American patriot, they attack you, they censor you, they harass you. We're being harassed by the New World Order crowd. But it's only going to be temporarily. It's only going to be temporary. They'll have their New World Order. They'll have their one world government. But I guarantee you, Jesus Christ is going to destroy it. And not only that, he's going to set up his throne in the city of Jerusalem. He's going to rule and reign on the throne of David from the city of Jerusalem for 1,000 years. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4 through 6. And there's going to be a new world order. But this time, Jesus Christ is going to be in charge. I got you. I love you guys. Got to go. God bless.